Hi everyone, it's me Gaming Zoo, and welcome to kind of a video I did last year. It is a video I did at the end of the year to show my ranking of the 2017 movies. Now it's finally time to do that with the 2018 movies, and yes, you're seeing my face again. And since the last time, I got a pretty big long beard. But anyways, this is my ranking of the movies I've seen. I saw 10 movies this year, and honestly, I won't say any of them were really as bad as the last place one for last year. Of course it wasn't. That's the Emoji Movie. That movie was freaking toxic. But yeah, without further ado, I'm ranking the 10 movies I've seen from worst to best. And coming in at number 10, honestly, I think people are going to kind of disagree with me, but they're going to really disagree with the number 9 spot. But my number 10, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Honestly, this is a pretty big disappointment. I thought, for the most part, there were some okay scenes. It was pretty funny, but man, did it drag on and on and on. This movie was pretty damn boring at times. Like, I don't mean like a little boring, like, I tried to stay awake during some of the scenes. Ant-Man and the Wasp was a big disappointment because I really liked the first Ant-Man, but this one seemed like it was longer than Infinity War, and it's over a half hour under. Oh my god, it's like, really, this film, if you don't like movies that drag on, don't see Ant-Man and the Wasp. But besides that, there are a few good things about it, but for the most part, nah. I wouldn't really see it again. It's not that good. I'd give it maybe a C-. Coming in at number 9. Oh boy, I'm nervous to say this one because everyone is going to be posting in the comments how I'm a freaking loser and I don't get the symbolism for this movie and stuff like that. Honestly, I was very disappointed with this movie. Even more than Ant-Man and the Wasp, because I heard this movie was excellent, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Number 9 is Black Panther. Honestly, the thing I don't really like about this movie is it's got terrible, and when I mean terrible, I mean freaking terrible CGI. Just look at the rhinoceros in the movie. That's very unappealing to look at. Plus, just like Ant-Man and the Wasp, the movie kind of drags on. Not as much as Ant-Man and the Wasp, at least it's a little more entertaining than Ant-Man and the Wasp, but it's a pretty draggy movie. And I don't like movies like that. I hate movies like that, but I don't hate this movie because the protagonist, T'Challa, is very likable, and the villain is excellent. This movie has one excellent thing about it. The villain. The freaking villain played by Michael B. Jordan, he is awesome. He is an awesome villain. I love him. He's one of my favorite movie villains of the year. Like, really, he was awesome. But besides that, Black Panther is a movie I'm okay that I saw once, but I don't know if I'm really going to see it again. Number 8 is also going to piss people off because I placed this movie over Black Panther. Coming in at my number 8 is Venom. Yes, I like Venom more than Black Panther. It's true, I can't help it. I like Venom more than Black Panther. You may be asking, why do you like Venom more than Black Panther? It's just, in ways, it's a so bad it's good movie, But there are honestly some really entertaining scenes, and this movie doesn't drag on as much as the previous two. It's pretty fast paced, it's got some legitimately funny scenes. I love the convenience store scene where Venom, like, interrogates this guy and he, like, actually fucking eats him. That was an awesome scene. And honestly, there are some so bad it's good scenes, and it's honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Riot, but this is a pretty decent film. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing it again. I can't believe I'm saying this. With the other two, I don't know if I really want to see them again. With Venom, I think I would like to see it again. Yeah. Coming in at number 7 is Christopher Robin. This film really sort of brought me back to my childhood. And really, the only Winnie the Pooh movie I grew up with is the Tigger movie, and honestly, I can say I like this movie more than that. It's a very mature Winnie the Pooh story about Christopher Robin growing up. And he meets his friends again, and they go on an adventure to get his paperwork in. There are some mild problems about this movie, like, honestly, some of the voice acting is kind of not good. I like Eeyore, Tigger, and Winnie the Pooh's voice, but the rest seem kind of off. There are some very off voices in this movie. And besides that, this is a really good movie. But the voices are really off at times, and that makes it my number 7 spot. Coming in at number 6 is Isle of Dogs. Isle of Dogs is a great return for Wes Anderson in animation. The one dog in that movie, I think it's the black dog. I forgot his name, but his backstory about how he, like, was really aggressive and, like, bit this person was just, had a great backstory. I don't have a heck of a lot to say about this movie. The animation is beautiful. There are some pretty shocking scenes in this movie, like the fact that one of the dogs bites another dog's ear off, that kind of caught me off guard. I was shocked to see that. And also, just Wes Anderson. Let's just talk about him. He has beautiful animation. Some of the most beautiful animation in cinema. Especially for stop motion. But really, honestly, this is great animation, and he made an excellent return to animation. I can't believe it. This is an awesome movie. Coming in at number 5 is Incredibles 2. A sequel we have been waiting 14 years for, and it was worth it. There is a lot of great action scenes. The characters we all know and love are great to see again. It's like a great family reunion, kind of. The Bob and the fact that he's taking care of the family instead of Helen plot is very funny. And the Elastigirl action scenes are awesome. However, the villain wasn't that good. At least not as good as Syndrome. And honestly, I won't say it's quite as good as the original. But this is a sequel that I love. I love this movie, and that's why it's my number 5 spot. Coming in at number 4, we have Alpha. A lot of you are probably asking, what the hell is Alpha? Well, it's a movie about basically the first domesticated dog, as this boy meets a wolf, and they sort of don't get along at first, but then they start to get along as time goes by, and it shows the domestication of dogs, and this movie is the definition of beautiful. This was a breathtaking movie to watch. This is probably the best looking film of 2018. I'm considering buying this on DVD tomorrow. Actually, I think I am. I love this movie. It's just beautiful looking. It's got a beautiful bond between the wolf and the guy, and that's why Alpha is my number 4 spot for 2018 movies. Coming in at number 3 is the big movie of 2018, Avengers: Infinity War. This film is pretty much the film we've been hoping for, and it did not disappoint. This is pretty much the most dramatic film probably ever made. That ending, which I'm going to spoil because everyone knows what it is at this point, of just most of the superheroes just perishing away from Thanos' snap, still gets to me to this day. I think I'm gonna rewatch this film tonight. Avengers: Infinity War is such a brutal, action-packed, and pretty funny superhero film. It's just, I'm so happy that this film turned out as great as it did. This could have been a little worse than I expected because Avengers: Age of Ultron wasn't all that great. But this film is my favorite Avengers film. This knocks Age of Ultron out of the park, and I think it's even better than the original. Coming in at number 2, oh boy, I can't believe I'm saying this. Coming in at number 2 is Deadpool 2. What? Who replaced number 1 for this film? I don't know, but this is a perfect sequel in my opinion. They did pretty much everything right but better in this film. It's hilarious. It's surprisingly dramatic. It's really funny, and if you're asking me, did I see Once Upon a Deadpool? Nah, honestly, I think the PG-13 is kind of going to ruin it, so I didn't even bother going to see it. But wow, this is a damn near perfect sequel. Watching it a second and I watched this film 5 or 6 times since I saw it in theaters, and honestly, I think Cable is one of my favorite parts. He is fucking excellent. I know a lot of people aren't going to say Deadpool 2 is one of their favorites of the year, but me personally, this is my second favorite film of 2018. Number 1, though, might be, I can't believe I'm saying this, one of my favorite animated films of the decade. They did such an excellent job with these characters, and this film, I can't freaking believe how great this film was. Number 1 is a film I just streamed, and that is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is my new number 1 favorite film of 2018. The first 20 or so minutes wasn't especially great, but once Miles got bitten by the spider, everything just went drastically up. This film was so entertaining to watch. I was on the edge of my seat throughout most of this movie. Miles Morales is an excellent protagonist. The fact that, I'm going to get into spoilers here, the fact that there's a version of Peter Parker that died, I was so surprised. Honestly, holy shit. And then the new Peter Parker, I feel sympathy for him. And the many different versions of Spider-Man you see is so creative. I'm gonna gush about this film so much. Is this film as good as War for the Planet of the Apes? I'll say no. I think War for the Planet of the Apes is probably one of my top 5 favorite films of all time. This, though, could be probably top 20. Definitely probably top 10 animated. This is such a big surprise that Sony Pictures Animation made my favorite film of 2018. And this is, without a doubt, my number 1 favorite film of 2018. So that's it, guys. I think before the end of the year, I'm going to be making my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2019, which actually I might not even be able to do 10 because unlike 2018, I'm not anticipating as many movies. The top ones, though, I am anticipating the hell out of. Some of those are being like Toy Story 4, Avengers 4, and many others, but I don't know if we're going to have 10. But that's about it. Gaming 2 here. See you later. Bye.